Hello Seattle Naturals, it's Drini Payne, and today I'm going to answer my most frequently asked question, which is, how do you grow your hair so long? But first, let me preface this with a couple things. Yes, I'm in my onesie, it's Sunday, I have no plans, I have no goals for today, and I don't plan to get dressed till tomorrow when work starts. So, two, I want to stress that it's important that while we have people that we admire, we have our hair aspirations and things like that, you're not going to always have the same hair as your favorite YouTuber, vlogger, blogger, whatever. We provide tips to help you achieve certain looks or certain health goals for your hair. But the main thing is just to love your hair the way that your hair is and maximize, your personal hair goals. So while I appreciate that people like my hair and, find inspiration in it, just learn how to be inspired by your own hair as well. Don't forget that your own hair is amazing. I love your guys' hair. Anyway, now that we have that out the way. Yeah, I need a touch up here, a little redo in the front, but whatever. Anyway, it's Sunday. We're just chilling. We're just drinking our alcoholic hot beverage here while we chat. So, first off, yes, this is all my hair. I am teaching myself to cornrow. I've done some braids and beads here. So yes, this is all of my hair. My hair is currently, I would say just above tailbone length. Right now with some layers that I cut into it. So what do I do? How do I achieve long hair? So first and foremost, I gotta give it up to moms and pops, them genes. My mom's never had long hair that I remember growing up, but her hair is very fine, but it's very thick as well. She used to have, curl growing up like my whole life that I remember. So a lot of damage can come with that, especially when you have really fine hair like she does. But again, it's also very thick and dense, and she'll be 65 this year and barely has any gray hair. So I go up every now and again and trim it up for her because it grows like a wildfire now that she isn't chemically processing it. But and then my dad also has very thick hair, very strong hair. His hair always grew very long, so I think that has a huge impact on my natural hair growth because I am kind of a lazy natural, So sometimes I'm like, it's a miracle, but, them genes. What do I do to keep my hair healthy and growing? So first, let's talk about the difference between growth and length retention. I've never had a problem with growth. Growth happens from the scalp. That's where you get your new growth, from back in those perm days or whatnot. And so I've never had a problem with growth. I think a lot of us with a healthy system and a healthy scalp don't necessarily have a problem with growth. If you're having a problem with growth, I would recommend that's usually something internal because the growth starts internally. So if you're having trouble with growth or bald patches or thinning, I would first start with a doctor's visit and see if there's something internally going on with your health that is causing your hair growth to stunt or fall out. My key is length retention. That's where a lot of us struggle. Length retention is retaining length. It means length retention happens on the ends of your hair. So while your hair is growing hair, if we're not taking care of it properly, it's breaking off at the ends, and then you're not retaining length. You're not holding on to that length. It's just, coming off. A few things contribute to or lack of length retention. Clothing, wearing your hair down a lot, where your hair is brushing against like harsh fabrics and things can damage your hair, cause it to split and become rough. Lack of moisture is probably the top thing. Not getting your hair trimmed, manipulating it too much. All of those things contribute to lack of length retention. So during my natural hair journey, I've plateaued, I want to say 3 or 4 times, where I big chopped, my hair grew crazy wild, just big, full, and then like for 2 years it was probably above bra strap length. And I didn't even notice because I was doing so much with it, just constantly changing it up and things. And finally I was like, and so I had to reevaluate. I had to change up my routine each time that it happens. So your hair can absolutely outgrow your routine. What worked for your TWA is not going to work for your shoulder length. What works for your shoulder length may not work for your bra strap length. If you have hair length goals, and you want to pay attention to those things, because again, your hair can definitely outgrow products and routines. So that's basically what I do. What I've done to grow beyond those plateaus is I started trimming my hair more regularly. I was trimming maybe like once or twice a year, maybe, when it was shorter. And when you big chop, it's going to be a long time probably before you actually need a trim, especially if you go really short. But I've noticed as my hair grows longer, I have to trim it more often. So TWA, I got it, went to the barber shop and got it cut off. But, when I got to shoulder length or trying to approach bra strap length, that wasn't going to fly. So now that my hair is as long as it is, I trim it about every 2 months, every 3 months. I trim it about every 3 months. With some maintenance in between. Like if I notice some fairy knots or something, then I'll trim it. Or if I blow it out and I notice the ends are kind of, then I'll give it a little dusting. But I don't go more than 3 months without trimming my hair. Let's see, moisture retention. I started using the lock method. The products that I use are my leave-in. My favorite is Kinky Curly Knot Today. And then I layer it with aloe vera, I layer it with olive oil and castor oil mix, and then I layer like a heavy cream, like Eden's Body Work. They have a cream, or whipped shea butter, and that's my lock method. It seals in the moisture for your hair, so that your hair doesn't dry out and become brittle and easily breakable. Another key for me is my styler. I use for my styler is aloe vera gel and castor oil. So aloe vera gel is purported to help slow down hair fall. So I also use that for my on my face and like my eyelashes and things to help them stay thicker. But the pH in the aloe vera gel also closes the cuticle, keeps the cuticle smooth. It's very hydrating, but the pH keeps your cuticle really smooth. So the smoother your cuticle, the less it's gonna be rough and rub against each other and cause knots and cause breakage and things like that. And then the castor oil, I've just noticed for myself with the castor oil, makes my hair very pliable. I notice a lot of people don't really care too much for coconut oil because it makes their hair feel a little brittle, and I experience the same thing. I've just figured out how to use it in a way that my hair, it doesn't, it does what it's supposed to versus making my hair brittle. And I think that has to do with the protein content in coconut oil. But anyway, the castor oil, when I put it on my hair, like, y'all, it's like a moist Twinkie. Like, I can't live without castor oil, and it's super thick, so I definitely dilute it with a lighter oil. You don't need to use it, like an unfiltered castor oil, because it's very sticky and very thick. But I definitely recommend trying it out. If you like it, maybe adding it to your conditioner, to your hot oil treatments, or to your lighter oils, for maintenance, because it helps your hair. Basically, it helps your hair bend so you can style it and things like that without breaking it. Just makes it more pliable, but just make sure your hair is well moisturized underneath. Another thing, aloe vera juice, so you can use that as a spray in lieu of water. Also very moisturizing, closes the pH. It makes your hair super shiny. When you smooth the cuticle, it helps with the shine. So there's that. But those things I think are the biggest things that help my hair retain length and protective styling. Like, I love wearing my hair out, but you know, I had to learn how to, you know, braid. I had to learn how to keep it up. Even simple buns, you know, that don't stress your hair too much. Bunning, things like that. If you have, my hair is really thick, so I moisturize from the root to the tips. But if you have thinner hair, then I recommend still moisturizing your hair, your whole head very well, and then you can probably just do this lock method or the sealing on the ends so it doesn't weigh your hair all the way down. But yeah, and I have really thick hair, 3C, 4AB, low porosity hair. So having low porosity hair means that I do use shampoo because I need something that opens up my cuticle so that my hair will absorb the conditioners and the moisturizers. If I don't do that, then everything sits on top of my hair. I get buildup, and my hair basically, you basically kind of suffocate your hair because it's not absorbing anything. So with low porosity hair, I do use shampoo. I open up the cuticle, clean that out, and then I re-moisturize, and I do that once a month because I want to be careful also not over drying my hair with shampoo. Let's see. I think that covers it. Routine is so important. And again, I'm a lazy natural, so sometimes I don't stick to my routine. Sometimes I don't cover my hair when I go to bed and things like that. But the closer you can stick to a routine, the better your hair will like it. Your hair will appreciate it. The consistency pretty much in anything in life is gonna benefit you, including your hair. So consistency with your hair. My routine is I wash it once a month with shampoo, deep condition. The shampoo that I use now is African black soap. I just dilute it in water and then put it on my hair and shampoo my hair. I use Nature's Gate Original Herbal Conditioner as my conditioner. It doesn't have a lot of slip, so then I go over it with Hello Hydration or Aussie Moist 3-Minute Miracle, and then I rinse my hair, and then I do apple cider vinegar rinse, which again, like the aloe vera gel, the pH closes the cuticle. It also neutralizes the water. So if you have hard water, then it'll help neutralize that in your hair and normalize your hair, which is also beneficial when you travel, because a lot of times you travel to different places, they've got different water, your hair starts tripping. So I would recommend taking apple cider vinegar with you to neutralize your hair, to kind of normalize it when you travel. Let's see, apple cider vinegar rinse, and then I oil the ends before I get out the shower. Once I get out the shower, I do my lock method, and then I style it in usually a protective style, tie it up, go to bed. Between when I'm in my protective styles, I would say every two days, I'll re-moisturize it, spritz it, oil it, or lock method it, or whatever, and put it up. And I'll do that until I decide to take it down. So I think I've covered that. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Share your tips, share your ideas. If you're on a length retention or growth journey, go ahead and share that with us. Share your updates and all of that. I'm really excited when you guys share things. I know, you guys get tired of seeing me sometimes. But anyway, I love seeing your guys' stuff. So go ahead and share those things with us, and I will talk to you later. Bye.